ፕሮጀክቱ በ1,633,127 የአሜሪካን ዶላር
የፕሮጀክቱ ድርሻ የመንግስት ድርሻ
እጅ ወዳፍ የአመራረት ስርዓት ወጥቶ
እንዲለማመዱ አርሶ አደሩን እናደርጋለን።
ለነዚያ ችግሮች መፍትሄ የሚሆኑት
የለም በዚህ መንገድ ከዚህ ውስጥ የሚወጣ ነገር
መሰረታዊ መረጃዎችን መሰረት ያደረገ
ከብት አይገባም፣ በግ አይገባም፣ ፍየል አይገባም፣ ሰው አይገባም።
The Ethiopian Orthodox Church Development and Interchurch Aid Commission was established by illegals since 1972. Since establishment, the Commission has been engaged in various development programs and brought about significant impact on the lives of the people of Ethiopia. Water supply, road construction, small-scale irrigation development, education, food security, and prevention of HIV/AIDS. Furthermore, the Commission has embarked on development continuum upon emergency relief, rehabilitation, and refugees and returnees programs. Moreover, the Commission is supported by local and international NGOs. As a result, the Commission is doing its level best in development endeavors. Since the project launched its assignment, it intends to achieve two pillars. Firstly, the project targeted upon Qabales and Woredas, where annual rainfall is less than 800 millimeters. And secondly, it focuses on particular places where food is insecured. Since 2014, the program mainly focuses on Gursum Woreda for 9 months, on the activities of agricultural input supply, irrigation, food and water security, rural market, capacity building, and natural resources development. Having high-scale achievement, Ethiopian Orthodox Church Development and Interchurch Aid Commission, with a fund allocated from DGIS and World Vision Australia and ICRAF, designed to implement 8 work packages entitled Gursum and Jarso DryDev project, commenced from January 2015. The program has been designed into 8 work packages, namely sub-catchment level natural resource management, agricultural commodity production, enhancing market access, financial services lining, local governance and institutional strengthening, planning, monitoring and evaluation, as well as scaling of learning, and lastly, policy analysis and influencing.
ፕሮጀክቱ በ1,633,127 የአሜሪካን ዶላር እየተገበረ
The project required $1,633,127 and with the fund DGIS, World Vision Australia, and is designed by ICRAF. Gursum district is located in East Harerge Zone of Oromia regional state, 578 kilometers east of Addis Ababa. The Woreda consists of 43 Qabales or peasant associations with a total population of 227,270 with nearly equal male to female ratio. Jarso Woreda has 19 Qabale peasant associations and 2 urban Qabales. The total population of the district is 151,489, of which 49.4% is female and 97.28% lives in rural areas.
ሲጀመር ከመጀመሪያው ጀምሮ በእቅድ ዝግጅት ህብረተሰቡን ያሳተፈ
Since launching the project 5 years ago, the community is actively engaged in drafting DryDev plan. The project tabled on 8 working packages on the basis of societal problems and loopholes. When commencing implementation of the project, in both Woredas, community action plan was developed in 8 sub-watersheds, which team members participate in designing of each activities. Each sub-watershed have nearly 500 households and do have a less than 800 millimeter annual rainfall. The project is designed to cover 6,667 hectares of land in terms of soil and water conservation, as well as irrigation utilization so as to benefit 6,667 farmers in each district. The project focuses on Eastern Harerge Zone, Gursum and Jarso Woreda by taking 2 critical pillars into consideration. Less than 400 up to 800 millimeter rain annually at Woreda, Qabales, and food insecure areas are expected criteria to include in DryDev project. Alongside the existence of erratic rainfall into both Woredas, Jarso highly exposed to unfavorable hillside, and then soil erosion, food insecurity reaches at alarming rates. Previously, at the time of harvesting substantial crops, we only eat 3 months. Then after 3 months, we are supported by the concerned government body. Regarding selective seed usage, the available seeds are not that much climate resilient. Because of this, production and productivity are less than expected.
Even if we harvested maize, we are not able to get sufficient production.
On the area of producing vegetables, in these 2 districts was at a very low level, and the reason is the production in the sub-watersheds is mostly in rain-fed, and beyond that, it is the top moisture stress area and lack of skilled manpowers. Before the project launched in here, every morning at 12 a.m. we were going to hill to find animal forage. The big challenges at Gursum Woreda in producing milk and value-added products are incapability to select animal breeds, shortage of sufficient water, and forage supplies.
በዘላቂነት ህብረተሰቡ ከእጅ ወዳፍ
The project shows a roadmap on how to change hand-to-mouth scenario into sustainable development. The program is assisting the farmers to pass through this challenge by accessing various kinds of input access and capacity building trainings in order to reduce land degradation, to eradicate soil erosion and fertility, and to ensure food security. The project contributed in construction of trenches, check dams and terraces. In Gursum, 12.9 kilometer of soil bund and 4.24 kilometer stone bund have been constructed. In Jarso, 12 kilometer of hillside terracing have been constructed. The project shows a roadmap on how to change hand-to-mouth scenario into sustainable development. accelerating rate of water and soil erosion becoming declined, we were enabled to obtain sufficient results. In the two districts, a watershed group with 12 to 20 members is established in a bid to giving capacity training and establishing organized groups. By providing capacity building training to the society and specialists and creating awareness, area closure is permitted. In both Woredas, plant growing stations have been set up. To return the affected mountain into its original state, a scientific well is dug up. To revive natural trees, the project plants selective trees enabling to resist unfavorable climatic conditions. More than 800,000 trees were planted in order to mitigate harsh climate change and to accelerate the growth rate of planting trees at escalating level.
ከስልጠናው በኋላ የመግረስ ስራ አንድ ጊዜ ባለፈው ዓመት በ2017 እንደ ፈረንጆች አቆጣጠር
After capacity building training session, limbing trees were undertaken every 6 months since 2017. Then again, in this year of 2018, waiting for the 6-month slot, reshaping and limbing trees took place. The height and thickness of the trees increased due to the limbing. In comparison to the last time, the trees grew a lot better and better. In order to regenerate the density of the aforesaid forests, focus group discussion with the community has been an essential tool to get rid of both human and animal contamination.
ህብረተሰቡን ግንዛቤ ከጨበጠ በኋላ የመቅጣት የመጠየቅ የመከልከል ስልጣን አለው በዛ መሰረት አሁን ይሄ ቦታ መጠበቅ ቻለ
After awareness was created in the community, power to press charges and also have forest conservation were given. No one passes through. Thus, the place is recovering. Grasses are growing. It is earning an income from it. Trees that were almost lost are growing back up. This is how important it all is. While in Gursum Woreda, remarkable measure has been made to convert the deforested area into afforestation. In Jarso Woreda, encouraging mechanism had been taken to combat soil erosion and protect hazardous impact on lowland of harvesting area.
የመሬት መሸርሸር በጎርፍ መሸርሸርን አደጋ ኮምፕሊትሊ ቀንሶታል የለም በዚህ መንገድ ከዚህ ውስጥ የሚወጣ ነገር
The rate of soil erosion has declined because the system is devised to make sure it stays where it is. Due to that, the water started forming small lakes. In this regard, ratifying societal rules and regulations is inevitable to back square one and reside the wild animals in their cottages.
እዚህ ውስጥ እስከዛሬ ታይተው የማይታወቁ የተለያዩ አራዊቶች
Previously known wild animals like deer, rabbit, tiger and many others are found here. From time to time, they have showed up in the forest. Forestry for multifaceted purposes, including beekeeping, household consumption, animal forage. Such activities help the community in generating incomes.
ሁለት አድቫንቴጅ ነው እንግዲህ የተገኘው ይሄም አንደኛ
Two advantages were realized. First, the wood that is found around here is sold to the people who live here and by the help of the community. It was gathered and weighted. Second, the biggest advantage was grass. There is shortage in animal forage since the area has shortage of rain. So, the grass has become vital for animals. The place is so scenery and attractive. Then we always praise God. The project distributed energy-saving stove to conserve the forests from alarming rate of deforestation.
ማገዶ ቆጣቢ ምድጃዎችንም ለህብረተሰቡ አስተዋውቀዋል
Energy-saving stoves so as to decrease the amount of deforestation taking place and taught them to use the energy-saving stove. The project experts discussed with concerned sectorial offices yearly an implementation and management of natural resources which could be found in both Woredas and each Qabales. The farmers highly rely on rainfall for cultivation of substantial crops in areas where rainfall is not consistent. Therefore, exerting maximum effort in selecting favorable seeds, mechanization techniques, and technology-intensive has been fundamental and significant instrument.
ፕሮጀክቱ ምንድነው? ምን ይሰራል? ፕሮጀክቱ ውስጥ የህብረተሰቡ ድርሻ ምን አለ?
Project does, and the involvement of the community and the government is stated clearly. Capacity building training was developed for the farmers and government agencies to strengthen awareness, knowledge, and skills. Since the project supports the producers in provision of technology inputs, the producers contributed and allocated 30% and 70% was managed by other parties.
አንዳንድ ግባቶችን ስንሰጣቸው በዚያ ግባት ላይ የራሳቸውን አስተዋጽኦ እንዲያደርጉ ለምሳሌ
We provide agricultural inputs and incentives for irrigation utilization. Then, the community contributes 30% and deposit in the farmer association account to rotate for other farmers to be beneficiaries for development activities. Rainwater harvesting and an efficient water utilization on 10 ponds, 4 roof water harvesting, and 30 motor pumps, hand-dug well structures would play an important role in arid areas like lowlands where rainfall is not reliable.
የተለያዩ ዘሮችንም በፍላጎታቸው እየገዛንላቸው
We brought selective crop varieties for farmers and gave training to have knowledge on crop variety. The project granted selective seeds such as wheat, teff, groundnut, barley, maize, and so on, as the programs provide capacity-building trainings on agromatic practices, efficient irrigation water utilization, and on how to practice well-founded cultivation, crop varieties, soil, and water conservation. These farmers enhance an increment of production and productivity. In order to enhance soil and water conservation, the committee has every day a discussion platform to keep in touch with Woredas and Kabale officials and other stakeholders in order to bring resolution and outcomes. For instance, taking this into account, Jarso DryDev accessed improved wheat seed called kakaba to deprived farmers. The project has proved that this has brought a positive impact on many farmers, thereby producing annually from 20 quintal to 41 quintal per hectare, which is more than they used to produce.
The
farmers are benefiting by gaining access to kakaba crop variety. Moreover, with the help of the project, the farmers planted more than 200,000 fruit seedlings such as papaya, avocado, and apple. They used irrigation for vegetables like onion, potato, carrot, beetroot, red pepper, enhance an increment of production and productivity. The Commission has an icebreaker in formation of vegetable producer groups. Among the established 10 organized groups, 8 of producer groups are organized by the members themselves.
When the Commission were aware the community how to eradicate poverty and are forced to change working trend, we bring dynamic improvement to our lives.
Lagahida was formed and the name was derived from the name of the river found across Mudi watershed. Due to the project, access to the farmers' capacity building trainings and various technology incentives, the farmers are able to cultivate the vegetable productions using irrigation. The project helped farmers in provision of motor pumps, producing potato seed and potato productions.
ammoo eega dhaabbanni kun dhufe booda bakka bishaanis oguu fi motorri nu dhufe.
The commission gave us motor pump for irrigation purpose, enabling to grow potato, onion, pepper and other vegetable products.
Motora gurguddaa kana shan jechuu karaa adda teenyaatti.
In our woreda, we are granted 5 motor pumps. Therefore, we are capable to harvest 500 hectares of land and able to improve the production we harvest today compared to last time. By creating market linkage, the farmers have been enabled to sell produces for civil workers at Kabale level, farmers, community and wholesalers in the town of Kombolcha, Harar and DryDev. Such activity enhances the farmers to improve and strengthen personal and group revenue. In a bid to providing capacity building training, technology input, crop varieties, the community became self-contained, and the farmers are able to cultivate production annually with range of twice and or thrice. Beyond that, facilitates platform to improve eating habit of fruits, vegetation among the community.
አትክልትና ፍራፍሬዎችን ምግባቸው ላይ እየጨመሩ
We campaign the farmers to have understanding and use on nutritional values of vegetables and futures in their meals. Also, the margin of post-harvest productivity increased from 8 ton to 14.5 ton per hectare. It has been learned, however, that the local varieties are characterized by low production. In Gursum, groundnut is the major crop grown, and the project, in collaboration with Fides Agriculture Research Center, enabling to provide crop variety called Broba, which have been beneficiary for 240 farmers in the last 2 years. Because we distributed more than 160 quintal seeds, the farmers were handling well on how to use the crop varieties properly and share for others. After the groundnut is produced, wastage of intervention of subproductivity and labor burden up on the woman are severely taken place. In addition, due to the groundnut is highly affected by aflatoxin, this groundnut is considered as worthless for market consumption. By taking the hurdles into consideration, the project delivers groundnut warehouse and give the pulping machine, contributing a lot to diminish the women labor force.
ለውዝ ማምረቻ መጋዘን እህልና የለውዝ
When groundnut producing warehouses constructed and other valuable materials set up, production wastage is highly reduced. Aside from this, the availability of selective seed brought productivity up to 72%. In order for the farmers to commit to selling their products at reasonable price without illicit dealers' interference, establishing Afrankello and Ifa Lafto cooperative unions and having market linkages are created. In order to resist natural catastrophes, particularly the women farmers, are actively engaged in livestock husbandry and breeding shot, goat, chicken and bee colony, creating job opportunity and also income generation. I did not have chicken. At this moment, the commission gave me cow, and after a year, it delivered and we are enabled to have milk.
A woman without a goat was bought for her, and another woman without a hen was bought for her. Then the woman with the goats sold it so she can buy calves and cows to improve her life and to increase her income. I'm very thankful. Before I did not have a goat, but now the organization is standing by us and helping us. The goats that were given to us, I transferred it to others, and they gave us after making us sign a paper. Now the number of goats I have reached 7. I spent 1,000 birr to buy 10 chickens. Despite I lost a chicken, 8 of them delivered and I have 100 chickens. We learned more on how to feed and give care for chicken. Because of this, we feed ourselves and enjoy delicious egg meals and generate incomes by selling eggs in the market.
In Gursum Woreda, lack of sufficient water supply and selective breeds, as well as insufficient forage, are considered as hindrances in the productivity of milk and its value chain. The project took the chronic problem into consideration and provided selective breeds. Then, 80 women were organized as milk-producing group across watersheds.
100 women in each qabali formed a group with 20 members across the 4 qabalis. For the 20 women, convenient market linkage was created, and by planning how to keep contact, they have been able to avoid illicit dealers, and farmers have increased their income by selling and buying themselves.
Gursum DryDev project constructed a milk processing house which acquainted with testing milk quality and value chain equipment by organizing urban women milk processing group, have taken training on milk handling by experts of Oromia University and preparing business plan along with support of Woreda Small and Micro Enterprise. The project facilitates a platform for milk producing groups to have loans from Oromia Loan and Saving Offices named Walco.
To the commission facilitated milk house shed and yogurt materials, we produce quality milk. In course of time, we need to be exemplary and successful women. In our qabali, the work that has been done towards women, including choosing low-income and divorced women and giving them repeated training to give them jobs.
The farmers produce from 1.5 liter to 7 liter milk depending on the season and number of cow they have. Beyond, the farmers use the milk and its value products for house consumption and for market, enabling to increase incomes. The women collected the amount of dairy products without wastage at the warehouse and taken in 130 liters in average every day in the town, Funyan Bira, far from 15 to 20 kilometers from watersheds.
We were unemployed. Then after, we organized a group by 10 members at qabali level.
Previously, the urban consumers used less quality milk.
As the reason of we obtained testing milk quality equipment, we delivered to customers quality milk.
Best regard to the commission commenced to sell for consumers at cafe quality raw milk, boiled milk, cheese, butter, yogurt. commenced to sell for consumers quality milk, enabling to increase incomes.
በቃ ቤት በመከፈቱ አንደኛ የወተት ምርቶችን እንደ ወተት
Since this house has been opened, we find dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese efficiently. We could not find milk like we do now. We had to wait until afternoon on the road to find milk. Now, we buy the milk that is boiled for the same price as we would buy it from farmers. And that is nice. The milk processing group awarded supporting certificate and paid the loan for constant time and is able to improve further their living standards.
We are awarded certificate at Woreda level in supporting the rural milk suppliers. 30,000 birr from loan institution, we returned the money and we deposited 20,000 birr in bank. We get 1,000 pocket money every month.
Previously, the rural poor milk producer woman used to take dairy products in town to sell it for consumers, and then nobody bought it. As the reason, they were forced to sell it cheap for illicit dealers before the milk became spoiled. The project created a platform of market linkage for organized urban and rural milk producer groups. The project organized farmers in the form of groups in both Gursum and Jarso, an account of income generation and capability.
የቁጠባ ማህበራት ላይ የነበሩ አንዳንድ ደንቦች ላይ
The project provided technical support and hiring experts for loan associations to amend rules and regulations by giving trainings.
We organized a group of 25 members and collected 21 birr each, and we deposited 5 birr, and now everybody gets 3,500 birr a week, and we lend to others to change their lives.
The program organized 60 saving groups in both Woredas, importance of saving, how to make village saving and loan associations. More than 1,100 members, 88% are women farmers.
DryDev Ethiopia project organized above 600 women and enabled them to have a better life.
Kanaaf dhaabbilee NGO yookaan miti mootummaa jiran ja'aman keessaa dhaabni kuni
The commission got recognition in the eyes of the Woreda community compared to other NGOs because of done an encouraging performance in bringing
የአርሶ አደር ማሳ ላይ የአፈር ለምነት ለማስጠበቅና ምርትን ለማሳደግ
The commission gave away 200,000 fruit seedlings to be planted and benefit the general public.
አርሶ አደሮች በእንስሳት ርቢ ተሳታፊ እንዲሆኑ
To assist the farmers by animal rearing, goats, hens, and calves were given. The community benefited immensely.
በጉርሱም ወረዳ አንድ የወተት ማቀነባበሪያ ተቋም ከነሙሉ
The organization had built a milk shedding company with all the materials and has given it to the community.
ከፋይናንስ ተቋማትን ጋር በመደራደር የተደራጁ አርሶ አደሮችን ብድር
The organization had built a milk shedding company with all the materials and has given it to the community.
በለጋሽ ድርጅቱ በተግባሪ ፕሮጀክት ተግባሪ
Among 4 African countries that implemented the same project as the one we exercised, Ethiopia has taken an exemplary in implementation of DryDev project after assessment and evaluations are undertaken. Among 4 African countries that implemented the same project as the one we exercised, Ethiopia has taken an exemplary in implementation of DryDev project after assessment and evaluation we undertaken. As the program done capacity development of value chain actors for 2,984 farmers, 16 business plan, 14 market analysis for value chain commodities, and 4 platforms were developed in order to identify the gaps, and take action points, as well as 21 marketing groups were established in the items of vegetable, milk, groundnut, potato, and so on to enhance sustainable market. According to the Woreda information, in Jarso Woreda, food security has declined annually to months, and the number of dependent community is declined tremendously. The community could jump a quantum leap in improvement of working trend, per capita income, saving by active engagement of the project, aiming to paradigm shift their living standards. Number of vulnerable individuals and the degree of food insecurity has declined from yearly to constant time months, especially in Jarso Woreda. In short, Ethiopia Orthodox Tewahedo Church Development and Interchurch Aid Commission were working hard to organize administrative and social institutions such as Woreda offices in order to strengthen the project further to be continued and sustained in other watersheds after the program has finished its task. Gursum and Jarso project Eastern Harerge Zone implementation reached 85%.